Psalm 23, often referred to as the Shepherd's Psalm, is one of the most beloved and widely known passages in the Bible. It is a source of comfort, reassurance, and hope for millions of believers around the world. Let's delve into the richness of this timeless psalm, the Lord as Shepherd. The psalm begins with the powerful declaration, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Here, the imagery of God as a shepherd who cares for and guides his flock speaks to his loving, protective, and nurturing nature. It conveys a sense of intimacy and trust between God and his people. Restoration and guidance. The psalmist describes how the Lord leads us beside still waters and restores our souls. This imagery of peaceful waters and green pastures evokes a sense of tranquility and renewal. It emphasizes God's role in providing for our physical and spiritual needs, guiding us along the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Protection and comfort. Even in the darkest valleys, the psalm assures us that we need not fear, for God is with us. His rod and staff, symbols of protection and guidance, offer reassurance and comfort in times of trial and adversity. The promise of God's presence brings solace and courage, enabling us to face life's challenges with faith and confidence. Abundant blessings. The psalmist declares God's goodness and mercy as constant companions throughout life's journey. They are not fleeting or conditional, but enduring and abundant, overflowing like a cup that runs over. This imagery of lavish generosity reminds us of God's unfailing love and provision, which we can rely on each day. Eternal dwelling. The psalm concludes with a vision of dwelling in the house of the Lord forever. This is the ultimate destination, where believers find eternal rest and communion with God. It is a glimpse of the future hope that sustains us in the present, reminding us that our lives are ultimately guided by God's eternal purposes and promises. In summary, Psalm 23 encapsulates the profound truth of God's care, provision, and presence in the lives of his people. It offers a timeless message of comfort, hope, and assurance, inviting believers to trust in the shepherd who leads them with unfailing love and grace. Psalm 91 is a powerful and reassuring passage found in the Book of Psalms in the Bible. It is known for its depiction of God's protection, refuge, and care for those who trust in him. Let's explore the themes and messages conveyed in this profound psalm. Divine protection. The psalm begins with a declaration of trust in God's protection. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. This imagery portrays God as a fortress and refuge for his people, shielding them from harm and danger. Assurance of safety. Throughout the psalm, the psalmist describes various scenarios of peril, including pestilence, plague, and warfare. Despite these threats, the psalmist affirms God's promise of deliverance and safety for those who trust in him wholeheartedly. Angelic guardianship. Psalm 91 depicts God's provision of angelic protection for his people. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. This verse highlights the divine intervention and supernatural assistance available to believers who place their faith in God. Fearlessness in the face of adversity. The psalmist expresses confidence and fearlessness in the midst of trials and tribulations. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day. This assurance stems from the believer's unwavering trust in God's sovereignty and faithfulness. Promises of deliverance and longevity. Psalm 91 concludes with God's promises of deliverance and longevity for those who love and acknowledge him. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. In summary, Psalm 91 serves as a profound affirmation of God's protection and care for his people. It offers comfort, reassurance, and hope to believers facing adversity, reminding them of God's unfailing love and faithfulness. As believers meditate on the words of this psalm and trust in God's promises, they find strength, courage, and peace in the midst of life's challenges.